So a new case just got added, and with it a whole bunch of new skins just entered our game. There will be a lot of videos about how the skins look and how it's crazy that there's a new print stream, or looking at every skin individually to see how good they look. And at the end of the video I will give you my opinion on all of the skins. But first I want to talk about what I think this case has of an impact on the market as a whole. Because I think right now we can get a lot of insight on how Valve is operating just from the release of this case. For example, people have been saying for a while that the next golds in the next case were going to be knives, and that they were going to be the shattered web knives in the chroma finishes. People have been really hoping for this, people have been saying it, like most people thought this was gonna happen. I thought this was gonna happen. I thought either that's gonna happen or we get new knives, which kind of would be weird. They don't usually do that. Or maybe we would get the old knives in entirely new finishes, which would have been possible as well. But they didn't do that either. So no, they didn't do any of that. They just reused the gloves from the Broken Fang and the Snakebite case, which is just a bit lackluster. I think that's not so smart. I think people will want to open it up less since the Snakebite case is still in the drop pool. It's less expensive. I think this case will drop way faster down to like 10-20 cents than the Dreams and Nightmares case did, because it is still quite expensive. It's still like 50-60 cents, and I think it will stay that way because it has unique knives that, I mean, you can get it in another case, but that case is more expensive. Whilst this case is just, I mean, you're gonna have to open it for the skins, but at some point people are just not gonna be that interested. Also, with the new case being released, that also means that one of the cases that was actively dropped is now rare. People were hoping it was Clutch, because Clutch is the oldest and it has really great gloves, and no other case has that gloves. But just from this instance we are able to see if they were ever to remove the Clutch case, they would probably reintroduce a Clutch 2 case or some other case with the same gloves, because this is the only case, and if they remove the Clutch case then they can't make money from it. Well, they can make money from it, but only from the cases that were dropped in the past, and I think Valve won't let that much money lay on the table. Especially if they're willing to re-release the not so good Snakebite case gloves a third time. I think the Clutch case gloves are definitely going to be reused at some point. But no, the Clutch case wasn't discontinued because Valve wants money. No, instead they discontinued the Prisma 2 case, which was the second oldest. To be fair, it was also quite cheap, so I get why they did that. It probably wasn't open as much anymore, and they needed space for a new case. It is actually ridiculous that they reused the same gloves, because now that means that one drop pool of just 5 cases has 2 in them with the same gloves. Okay, and now for the skins in the case. First off, it seems like they've kind of changed the way they do the definition between reds, pinks, purples and blues. Because it used to be reds are like really cool, fancy, colorful, everything. Pinks are just kind of below that, but still pretty cool. And then purples are just kind of, okay, they're nice, they're more detailed, more unique, but less colorful and less vibrant, less attractive. And then the blues were just boring grey pieces of crap, basically. That's basically how they used to do it. Now, they seem to slowly be moving into more colorful skins, because people love colorful skins and people want those, and less of that drabby trash. So now it feels more like they have some pinks that could definitely be reds if there were more reds in a case. But they don't have space for them, so they just put them in pink. And then the stuff that would normally go in pink kind of shifts down to purple, because I definitely think the purple skins in this case could have been pinks. Like, especially the M249 and the SG, they could have been pinks. They're so vibrant. And then the blues, they're still kind of trash, but they're starting to look better and starting to look a bit more like purples. So I feel like everything's just shifting. At this point, Valve, you should just add another tier. Make cases include light blues. I don't know what you should do, but fix it, because, I mean, maybe keep it like this, have more colorful skins. But pink and red are basically the same now, apart from pink contains guns that people don't use as much and red doesn't. Okay, so let's start at the blues, and I think most of these are pretty okay. I think the best one is the Glock-18 Winterized, because it's a nice skin, it's nice and clean, blue, white and grey, which most people will love, and it's a Glock, so people will actually want to use it. And apart from that, the rest is just kind of the usual garbage Valve create. It's detailed, it's cool, it's intricate, people will use it because it's cheap, like the M4A4 Polymag, it's cool, it's just clean, it's kind of like stuff we already have, but that's besides the point. So yeah, blues, I'm fine with it. I think there's some cool stuff in there, but you know, just blues. Then let's move up to purple, because there it actually does get really interesting. I think every single purple, maybe apart from the Vent Rush, is like too vibrant to even be a purple. especially like the Flora, Carnivora and the Downtown. Like these skins are like really colorful and really nice, and I think there's just too few spots in a case nowadays. Maybe they add more skins per case. That could also be a good thing for them to do. Like have 3 reds in a case and have 5 pinks and have 7 or 8 purples and then have 10 blues. Or you don't need to have 10 blues, no one wants those, but you could switch it around. That would make it interesting for us investors. That would make it more exciting for people opening the case. It would make it a whole lot better for everyone. So just switch it up, I would say. Because then you could have more colorful skins in purple and in pink and in red. And then you could have a more, you know, clear berry. And it would make some skins harder to get. Like if there's 5 pinks and you want a specific pink, it's going to be a whole lot harder to trade up with. And it's going to be a whole lot harder to open, so it's going to be more expensive. That means more people want to open more cases. Take notes, Valve, please. Anyway, well, my favorite one is probably... I mean, the Downtown is really nice and clean. The Flora Carnivora is kind of too busy for me, but then again, spoilers, I really do like the visions, that's amazing. That's my thoughts about the purples. I think they're too vibrant for purples, but I guess that's what Valve gonna do. It's gonna make them money. And that's what they care about, making money. Okay, now let's look at the pinks, because the pinks, there's just too much to unpack here. The AK, the green and blue, black, it's clean, it's nice, the colors match so good. It's gonna be expensive, I already know it's gonna be expensive, and people are gonna love it. So I get why they added it. It's perfect pink. It's maybe a bit too common, like it could have been a red, in my opinion, but they already had too many great options for red. And then the P250 Visions, in my opinion, is the best pink. People won't like it because it's a P250, but I don't care about what gun it is. And then the sawed-off is okay, I guess. I personally don't care for it, but I get why people would like it. Valve wants to make it as diverse as possible. There you go. And then for the reds, this is really exciting. They actually picked the most popular skin on the less popular gun. It's still a popular gun, the USP-S, but you know, I would have thought they would switch them around. But anyway, this is really interesting for us because we have 2 kind of equal reds. Like, I think they're about to have equal demand because they're both great. Like, the USP-S Printstream, just amazing. The Printstream skin in general is already pretty good to look at. But then on a USP-S, that's just perfect. I think people are gonna love it, it's gonna be expensive. And I honestly don't know which one is gonna be more expensive. Usually there's one good red and one bad red. But in this case, nope. Both reds are gonna be expensive, the pinks are gonna be expensive, apart from the sawed-off, and the P250 is not gonna be too expensive, I'm sad. But the AK is gonna be hella expensive. So that's setting us up for a pretty expensive case, but then again, the gloves are trash because we already have them and they're already open-upable for like 12 cents in the snakebite case or less, I don't know. And then we have the AWP Chromatic Aberration, pink, black, purple, black and white. It's just really nice. The Chromatic Aberration, already a pretty nice skin, it looks great. I really like the details on that one too. Not my type of skin, but people are gonna love it. That's why I think they're overloading these cases with so many great skins, which is good for them. People open them more. But yeah, that's it for this case. It's really expensive right now. Please don't buy it or open it or anything. If you want to make some quick money, if you haven't gotten your case drop yet, open up the game, play some games, and hope you get it. If you get it, sell it on the market right now. 10 free bucks on Steam, you can buy pretty nice skin. You can buy an AK Redline almost. Think about it. Anyway, that was it for this video. If you want to know my opinion on investing into all the other cases in CSGO apart from this one, click this video. If you're still watching, you're truly awesome. Thank you. Goodbye.